This is the very first session of Blender, and in this session probably we are going to explore the UI and some basic tools, that how it will work, what will be the working methodology, how we can do this stuff inside Blender. We will try to understand from uh, this menu to properties and outliner, everything from very basic. So basically when you open Blender, it look like this. uh, like you will get camera, cube, light inside by default when you open a new Blender scene. Before I proceed, I would like to mention that how you can identify which key I am pressing and how I am utilizing the mouse. So basically I have enabled the screencast over here. So whenever I press left mouse button, it will highlight over there. When I press middle mouse button, it will highlight. So similarly, like it will highlight every action. If I press anything from the keyboard, it will show here. So you need to concentrate on these things. Let me open the Blender again. Okay, so I will open Blender again and then we will proceed with the explanation of further that how the UI works inside Blender. So hope this setting is visible to you now. That's why I restarted Blender. I think something happened and it was getting cropped from the left side, so I thought of restarting. Anyway, let's get back to our main topic, Blender UI. So basically Blender is one of the very powerful tool in the industry right now, I can say, since the industry is completely transforming in aspect of 3D. Like nowadays the uses of Blender has increased a lot. I was just looking at one report yesterday that says that in 2023, if I'm not if I'm able to correctly recall the year, the number of downloads of Blender was nearly 23 million or 25. Again, I don't remember the accurate statistics, but it was something sort of this. So it has increased in 2-3 years from 16 million to 25 million, let's consider roughly. So that's how it is. Like its users are increasing every year, and those all were unique downloads. So from the data itself, the huge number of people are using Blender. So it's better to learn. Nowadays you can automate the things using Blender also, like Blender and Cloudy AI and some other AI tools using the MCP option over there. So those all are later on things. We will talk those things later on. Let's start with UI first. So basically this is menu bar where you will get file, edit, render, window, all of these options. And inside these you can get a lot of other options also. Like inside file, basically these remain same in any software. So in file you will get all the files related operation like open, save as, save copy, link. Append is again like merge in 3ds Max or some different application, like merging you one scene into another scene. So we will use all of these tools one by one later on, as per our project needs and as per our progress. In the similar way, you have edit here, and it has undo, redo, and some other options like menu search, repeat last. So like things related to uh, edit thing in any application. Additionally, not additionally, like as usual, it has preferences also. So from the preferences, what you can do, you can, okay, from the preferences, this is one of the powerful section here, like add-ons. This will allow us to, install various add-ons from from downloading it from various marketplaces or purchasing it, like paid add-ons or free add-ons that will enhance our workflow even. So we will come to this section in detail also later on. Moving next, we have render window, and then we have Windows option, then help, and next is layout. So basically they have already given some predefined layouts that you can use as per your need. So when you are modeling, you can go to modeling layout. So see, the UI is changed right now. In modeling layout, like you can see, things are a bit different. It is set as per the modeling requirement. Next, if I go to a sculpt, so again the UI is changed. Sculpting related tools are loaded over here. So we will use it periodically based on our needs. Next is UV editing. So again the UI is completely changed, and now like when you are doing the UV, you will use this layout. Then we have texture paint. In the similar way, we have shading. So here you will create the texture nodes and all. This is again like periodically when we will jump to shading, we will use this layout. Then we have animation, rendering, we have compositing, geometry nodes, we have a scripting also. If someone knows little bit of the scripting side of the things, or Python, some sort of things, then like he or she can do a bit better. Now coming back to layout, I usually stick to this layout section only, uh, and rest depends on need. So hope till here it is clear to everyone. If you have any doubt, feel free to comment. I would be happy to answer. In fact, if you want to learn something, some specific topic also, feel free to comment it out. Probably I will try to arrange some session on those particular topic also. This will be a continuous learning journey, and we will go phase by phase. And right now we are in phase 1. Okay, so I hope this menu is clear to everyone. Now moving next, let me tell you how you can navigate inside Blender. So basically this is your default scene. I have not deleted anything so far. So let's talk about basic navigation. So when you have to pan like this, I'm using shift plus middle mouse, shift plus middle mouse, shift plus middle mouse. This is how you pan inside Blender. It is quite easy, like just press shift and middle mouse. Middle mouse you have to press and hold, and then you can pan. If you have to okay, if you have to zoom in, zoom out, control plus middle mouse, and then you have to move your mouse, control middle mouse you have to hold. You can see from the that as a screencast option that I have holded middle mouse click, and control is also I am holding, and then when I am moving the mouse I can do zoom in and zoom out. Now if you have to orbit around your object, just press middle mouse, and then if you move your mouse, so whichever direction you select, you will be able to orbit in that direction. Let's say I have to move, I have to orbit in clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, top to bottom, bottom to top. So like this is how you orbit it. Let me repeat it again. So shift plus middle mouse to pan, Shift plus middle mouse to pan, Control plus middle mouse to zoom in, zoom out, and just the middle mouse click to orbit around your object, orbit around your scene. Okay, so this is how you navigate inside the UI. Now moving towards the views, so let's say you have to go to front. So on the numpad, if you press 1, it will be front. Again, see, front orthographic. 2 is like it will rotate 45 degree in the same direction. Let's go to 3. So 3 is right, 4 is again like adding 45 degree rotation to the same view. Then you have 5 for user perspective, 5 for user orthographic, user perspective, sorry, user orthographic, same, this is a toggle key, orthographic perspective, orthographic perspective, orthographic perspective. You can see how many times I am pressing numpad 5. Now you must be curious, like 1 is front, then how you can go to back. So the shortcut is control, hold control, then 1. This is back orthographic. In the similar way, like if 3 is right, then control 3 is left. Hope this is also very much clear. Now moving next, 7 is top, 8 again it will be 45 degree to that. I mean it will add 45 degree of rotation to the same view. Then if 7 is top, then control plus 7 is bottom. So hope this is clear. Now let's say you are in perspective and you want to go to top view without pressing that key, without pressing 7 is easy, just press it, you will go to top view. But right now let's say you are in this view, now you want to go to top view. So simply what you can do, you will start orbiting around your scene and press Alt. It will snap to top. Whichever direction you are opting, I mean you are moving, it will snap to that view. Let's say I want to go to front. If I hold Alt, it will snap to front. If I am rotating in this direction, if I hold Alt, so 45 degree. Then again if I keep rotating and then if I press Alt, so now 90 degree orbiting. In the similar way, like whichever view you are navigating, just press Alt, it will snap to that view perfectly. See how easy it is. See, basically I have used 3ds Max for almost 12 years, Maya for nearly 7 years, and Blender I am using since last 5 years roughly, you can say. Before that I have used for few months for one of the experimental project. And if you ask me which one I would like to prefer, since I have gone through all these 3 applications, so my preferences would be obviously Blender. I really love this application. Like this is very smooth and it handles complex scene also very well. And the great feature inside Blender is this sculpt mode. So again we will discuss these things later on, but like you will love those option that is inside Blender. And the great thing is like you can create any tool using Python, and as per your need you can automate the things. Geometry node is also there, that is very powerful. there might be few things that you miss, that you might be using in any other application, but still you will find Blender more powerful. And my recommendation would be using Blender or default navigation system instead of using some Maya settings inside Blender or 3ds Max navigation setting inside Blender. Stick to Blender navigation setting. It will take max a week you to be expert in navigating using Blender shortcut itself, but once you are done with that, it is very handy. So this is my preferences and choice. Again, it might vary from person to person. Let's get back to our progress. Again, we will keep talking in between some good things. Okay, since I have clarified the navigation system, let's revise it again quickly. So basically, 1 is front, control 1 is back, 3 is right, control 3 is left, and then 5 is perspective, then again 5 is orthographic, then 7 is top, control 7 is bottom. You can do these actions from this option also. So if I click X, see right. If I click more, so this is back, left, front, this is top, back, top, back, front. So you can do the things from here also. So hope navigation is clear. If you have any doubt, feel free to put it in comment. Now moving next, let me show you some more things inside the UI. So basically this panel is you will find all tool related setting. So even consider it as the properties of the tool or things you are using. It has so many other stuff also. So many other categories like the tool setting, like here you can get the scene setting. Here you can define the resolution and all while rendering. You can define the frame numbers also. You can define the format also, then some other setting, image sequence and all. Moving next, you have this layer setting. Then you have scene properties. Then you have like this world properties. Then you have this collection properties. Then this is having the properties of the object that you have drawn. So this is object properties. This is modifier. So let's say if you want to apply any modifier, you will find it here. So this is just I'm quickly showing. Then you have particle system properties. If you have created any particle system over here, so you can like get the all setting related to that particle here. Then you have physics properties. So some force or soft body, fluid, rigid body, if you have created anything. Then you have constraint, object constraint properties. Then you have data properties, object data properties. Then material setting, and then this is again related to texture properties. So we'll be using these two when we'll be working on something material or setting. So let me delete all of this. Before I delete, let's say this scene is having one camera also. So do you know how you can view through the camera? 0 is the shortcut for this. See, this is the camera. If I have to see through this, I will simply select this camera and press 0. So this is how you can view through camera. Right now only one camera is there, so even if you do not select also, it will pick that camera as a default. Without selecting camera also, if you press 0, it will show the view through camera. But if you have multiple camera, in that case you need to select that particular camera from which you want to see. Hope it is clear till here. So viewing through camera, the shortcut is 0. Now moving next, we are left with this toolbar, this timeline, and then this, you can see this scene explorer or outliner, whatever you name it. So basically whatever you create inside your scene, those all objects or things will get listed here. And you can make various collection also, like inside this group you have these many objects, then you can make a new collection also, like you can make various n number of collection, and inside that you can group n number of objects also. So we will explore this and use this in detail even more. So let's say how it functions right now. So let me delete all of this created object. Right now we are creating the things inside collection 1, that is the default collection. So how you can create those cubes, camera and other light again by yourself. So right now you are in object mode. You can change the mode from here once you have relevant stuff inside your scene, then you will be getting a drop down here. Let's say let me add one cube again. So this is how you can create a cube. Now since I have a cube inside the scene, what I can do, what all operations I can do. See, I created a cube, it is under the collection, under this default collection, it is already listed here. Now what all you can do with the cube right now in object mode, you can transform it, you can rotate it, you can scale it, you can duplicate it. For duplicating, shift D is the shortcut. So this is all you can do with the cube. And shortcut for rotating, scaling and moving, like transforming, is if you press G, that means grab, and if you have grabbed it, you can move it anywhere in the scene. This is covering all three axes when you are in grab mode. Now if you want to rotate it, R. Now if you want to scale it, S is the shortcut. You can scale it, but it will scale it proportionally in all three axes. If you want to scale it in any one axis, then you need to go manually. This similar setting you can find somewhere here also. See, location. This is called object properties. So I have one object, these all are object. I have one object that is called cube, and all the axis information and other settings related to this cube or this object is here. So the basic operation I'm telling, you can transform it. Let's say when I'm transforming it from here, I'm not sure that how many meters. Right now the scene setting, scene dimension is in meters. So how many meters I'm moving? Let's say I have to like move it. Let's make it 0 0 0 first. 0 0 0. Now it is in center. I will make the rotation also 0. Right now I can see some rotation. See, it is fixed. I will make the scale to 1. Okay, so this is our cube, and like everything is 0 right now. You can see let's say I mean here one important thing to note, right now your object is somewhere in the scene very far or like very near, but you want to frame it on your screen. Just press the delete or the dot numpad dot option, then it will snap. Basically numpad delete is also mentioned over the key, but this numpad dot is the framing option for any object. No matter where it is seen, just select it from outliner, press this dot option on numpad, it will frame. Or you can do it from here, frame selected, no matter where it is, see, frame selected, numpad dot. And if nothing is selected, if you want to frame the entire scene, then frame all, it will frame all. Right now only cube is there, so it is like framing the cube only. Okay, so if I have to move it 1 meter in x-axis, you can do it manually from here. If I have to move it 3 meter in y-axis, not 3, -3, see. If I have to double the scale, just make it 2 in all 3 axes. Or if I have to scale it only one, I mean in only one axis, I have to make the scale to 5, make it 5, see. So this is how you can like modify your object in object mode. This is just you are defining the default, not default, like customize a scale for your object, customize rotation and transformation for your object. Let's say I have to rotate it 90 degree in x-axis, in y-axis, see. These all operation you can perform in object mode. We have some different modes also available: edit mode, sculpt mode, vertex paint, weight paint, texture paint. So we will be exploring some other modes also later on. So hope it is clear till here. If you have any doubt, feel free to put it in comment. Now let's say I have to add some other object also. Right now I'm just going inside mesh and adding all of these options inside, I mean available objects inside the mesh. We have various category: curve, surface, metaballs, text, volume, grace, pencil, emitter, lattice, empty, then images again, adding references and all. So we have lights, light probe, camera, speakers, force field. So these all are the things you can add inside Blender. Right now I'm just focusing on mesh, then we will cover curve also sometime in some other session. So I have already added cube, let me add a plane. So this is called plane, circle, oh sorry, I think I added from curve, but I have to add it from, okay, circle. Let's add from mesh, UV sphere, add mesh isosphere, then mesh cylinder, add mesh cone, add mesh torus. There are various things that you can utilize. I mean, these are the basic shapes available by default inside Blender that you can utilize to create various different object models or shapes. Hope this is clear. Now since I am telling about the objects, I would like to tell another thing. Like, let's say when I am adding this mesh, let's add UV sphere. So when I'm just clicking on UV sphere, when I added it, okay, let me add it again and just notice this section, add mesh UV sphere. Now you can see add UV sphere option. If you click on this, you will get all the settings related to UV sphere. So it is having number of segments. Let me focus it a bit, that you can increase or decrease. Let's say 8. Let me bring it front. Okay, now those settings are gone, so you will have to do it from different option. So let me draw one more. Add mesh UV sphere. Now if I make it 16, more rounded. If I make it 32, even more rounded. If I make it 100, perfect circle. 100. So basically when you do such operations, you are increasing the poly count here. Again, those things we will discuss later on, but right now you can see like how smooth it is. So when you draw it, you will get these settings here. Once you use any other command, these settings will be gone. So that command related setting will appear here. Let me move it a bit. See, now I'm getting all the transform options here. So hope this is clear. Now you must be curious to see the wireframe of these objects. So how you can see those things. Let me, okay, you can do it from here. Simply go, I mean we have few options over here also. I have covered this thing. Creating new collection is pending, that we will cover later on. I have covered this thing. This tool is clear, menu is clear. Mode, again I am leaving it for some other time. Views I have already covered. Timeline is again we will cover it some later time. Right now I don't think it is needed, but this wireframe is crucial. So you can see this option, show overlays. If you click on this drop down, you have this wireframe option here. Okay, now the wireframe is enabled. Now how you can change the mode of your scene, like this is just the viewport shading mode. This is wireframe mode where the shading is not visible. Wireframe shading, then you have in this mode you will be able to see the texture. Right now the texture is not applied, so it is not visible, and this is the render mode. Your object will get rendered. Usually when we do modeling, we work in this mode, or I mean eventually we go to wireframe mode also. There is another very useful option over here. Like if you want to see through this object, just click on this. See, now like you were able, it became transparent, you were able to see another object also. So this is also very important while doing the modeling. I will cover those things later on in real examples at why it is very important. Now if you want to see the statics, that how many poly counts and vertex are there, so you will find that option here, statics. See, right now inside the scene we have 11,162 faces, 22,112 triangles. So this is how you can check the stats of your poly count and other stuff. Rest of the things I think right now it is not needed. We will cover with I mean live examples when we will be doing something, when we will be creating something. Here there is one more important thing, that how you can hide the objects, unhide the objects. So let me cover that part also. So in order to hide it, select any object, press H. See, I pressed H, it is hidden. In order to show, Alt H, select many object, H, Alt H. You notice it here. When I am pressing H, these eyes are getting closed. So you can hide and unhide from here also. any object if you want to hide, unhide. But when you will be working in expert mode, basically you will be using shortcut, not this I option, but I'm leaving it up to you. Now moving next, we have another option here. Like let's say there are many things inside the scene. While I do not want to touch this one or maybe this one while working on other object. So how you can like make it freeze that you do not you are not able to select this object. Here if you click on this, you can see this second option, selectable. Click on this. Now you will see these options along with each object that you have drawn inside the scene. So let's say I don't want to select this one while working, so I will disable this. Now if I try to select this one, I'm not able to select. See, everything is getting selected except this. So this is also one of the very useful thing when we are working. So basically I have covered almost the basic navigation and UI thing in Blender, except this modes that you can see here. Today I have done most of the things, 99 no, 100% of the things inside object mode only. Tomorrow we will move further and I will try to cover some other sections also, like edit mode. Tomorrow we will learn about the edit mode things, edit mode tools and all. It has so many tools. So hope you like this short session about the Blender UI and navigation. And my recommendation would be like make short notes while going through this session and practice it as much as you can. Make the Blender as handy it can be for you, and then we will cover the other session. And the goal of this phase 1 is to make the entire modeling process very simple for anyone who is following all the sessions. Basically it is starting from 0, and I will be covering till humans also, but even the dynamic poses uh, of a human, like organic, inorganic, both things I will cover. And I will cover the garment making also, because Blender is very powerful in terms of cloth modeling. So we will make, at the end we will make a human that will be wearing some clothes. So that is the end goal. Like kind of, if you follow all of the session, you are going to be expert in modeling. And then in phase 2 we will go with the texturing and unwrapping, texturing, and then lighting, rendering. But let's focus on phase 1 first, then I will come up with the further plan. Let's meet in the session 2. Thank you everyone.